listen now, take my advice, 'cause your future isn't looking very nice. Now it's too late, you could've run, but you said no, oh man, I told you so. Now it's too late, you could've run, but you said no, oh man, I told you so. Now it's too late, you could've run, but you said no, oh man, I told you so.
Hello everybody, it's Bubba Love here for strangethepower3.co.uk. I am here for a lonely Impaction. No one will join me because no one else will watch Impact. It's just me. And as soon as I thought that this week was going to be the one emanating from London, I thought, well, why not? I'll do it as a podcast type deal. Maybe turn it into a video. I ain't decided that much yet, but still. Anyway, so I'm going to go and run through it. If I sound like I'm whispering, it's because I've got a really bad throat. So I will apologise for the sound quality now, just in case. But anyway, let's start the show and run down it, shall we? The first thing noteworthy I saw was it shows big pictures of Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, Tower of London, whatnot. So, but then it says at the bottom, also available in Spanish, which always makes me smile. I don't speak Spanish. From England. Boo! Oh, you mean that for the American fans? Yeah, never mind then. I start the show with a video package from London, and them just basically showing what they're doing in London and stuff like this. And the only thing that's worth noting is the one guy that goes, "UK faithful, this is how we do." I'm wondering what the fucking hell he's doing, because it makes no fucking sense. Who the hell talks like that? Fucking idiots. Anyway, regardless, we get to the actual show, and there's a pretty good turnout, it looks like. I don't exactly know how many people were in attendance, but I know Wembley's something like 90,000, but looks like a hell of a good turnout for them. Sounds really fucking loud as well. You can barely hear them. Barely hear the wrestlers on the mic. But we start out with Bobby Roode and Bubba walking down to the ring. They start off by making excuses for Jeff Hardy not being there. Basically pandering to the crowd and getting heel heat, but they basically say that they're the reason that Jeff Hardy won't be there tonight. So I'm going to guess he got something better to do. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, in typical wrestling fashion, they say we're never going to see Jeff Hardy again, but well, let's face facts, we are. Well, we're not going to get rid of one of the highest paid people on the roster, so well, yeah, I can guarantee we're going to see him again. Yeah, maybe. As for if he's actually there or not, obviously I don't know, because I'm doing this as I watch, so. But I'm going to guess not. I'm going to guess he's not there. That's why they've cut this promo in the first place. But apparently they're saying that it's injury that he's not there for, but I'd like to know the real reason, to be quite honest. Bobby Roode then gets on the mic and says it feels great to be back in the great country of Ireland. Basically, you're going to get punched later. Don't know. It's just cheap heel heat. Who the hell cares? Don't be such a dickhead. After they big themselves up and get the crowd get a nice little "We Want Devon" chant going. Yep. Don't ask. I don't know. Just piss them off, I guess. Worked. But he calls James Storm out to the ring, saying that they didn't get the job done from last week, so I'm guessing James Storm is next on the list this week. Storm gets to the ring, but before he can say anything, Sting music hits. And once he finally gets to the ring, gets a nice, pretty good pop. But once he gets to the ring, he gives us a little bit of an update on Jeff Hardy. He basically says Jeff Hardy's doing fine, and he's going to be ready for Against All Odds. What he actually says is the creature is coming alive. I'm thinking he could have put that a little bit better. Kind of creeps me out thinking about it like that, actually. But yeah, anyway, he's going to be okay by Against All Odds, because they all need to get it worked out. So Sting just decided to go ahead and make a 4-way. So there's your main event for Against All Odds: Bully Ray, Robert Roode, James Storm, Jeff Hardy. Shouldn't be too bad, to be fair. Sounding pretty promising. Might actually give this pay-per-view a watch for once. Yeah, who am I kidding? I'll watch them anyway. Okay, I might as well if they're on free TV. Sting turns around to Bobby Roode and Bubba, who are then shouting that they want to fight with Storm. And Sting turns around and says, yeah, you're not having a handicap match or anything. No one-on-ones, no handicaps. Storm stops him and says, no, I want both of them tonight. So, he puts in 2 singles matches. Sting has set up 2 singles matches for later on. First he will be facing Bobby Roode. Next then he will be facing Bully Ray. I can't think that they're going to be one after each other, but it doesn't seem like a smart move on Storm's part. Whatever. I hope he wins them both, but then we'll see how it goes later on. So, after this we get our first match of the night. It is a Buckingham Brawl between the tag champions and Magnus and Joe. Magnus gets a lovely little pop, an absolute great pop. People are cheering, chanting his name. Then the tag champs come out and they get booed out of the arena. Excellent. I'm glad the English fans are not letting me down tonight. So the rules are, apparently there's a coin toss, and whoever wins the coin toss, I might as well just call it the coin toss, but whoever wins it is going to end up having a 1-man advantage. This basically means that it's like a half tornado tag match. Joe and Magnus win the coin toss. See, I had to think about it that time. I had to actually make myself say that. But they win it, and meaning they can be both in the same time. So it's technically a tag team handicap match, if you call it like, I guess. I don't know, but the crowd absolutely seem to love this. They're just chanting, Joe's gonna kill you, Magnus, clapping, screaming. Every single move that these two do, the crowd go wild for. And as well they should, because let's face facts, Morgan and Crimson are boring as shit. Well, I haven't said this for a while about a tag team match, but I enjoyed that. Yep. Magnus and Joe were on fire. They were all over the place. You could tell that they were feeding off of the Magnus was feeding off the home crowd, but Joe's absolutely loved here as well, so you could tell he was feeding off it. It was great. I hadn't seen him move that fast in a long time. There was one gripe I had about it, and that was the ending. They do the finisher, I can't remember what it is. Magnus hits the elbow. He does the snap there and then an elbow. But all the time Crimson's on the outside, pulling on the referee's leg. Like the 80-year-old man that Israel Hebner is supposed to keep out this young, rather tall gentleman. Bullshit. But anyway, they get the move. Magnus makes the pin. Joe makes sure that Crimson doesn't get in with a nice little shoulder tackle. I enjoyed this match. Good opening match. And I'm going to go with a 6 out of 10. Very well done. Enjoy, boys. Enjoy that, because I don't think you'll be getting another rating like that. So this being TNA, after something interesting, we have to get something that's shit. Eric Bischoff makes his way to the ring. Maybe we'll find out who Garrett's trainer is. Ooh. And basically, Pete just comes out and says that Garrett's fantasizing about being a wrestler, and he's here to burst his bubble with a hard shot of reality. So Eric brings Garrett to the ring and basically starts going about how his wrestling career is a fantasy. It's not a goal. It'll never be achieved. And the crowd start a boring chant. I love the English crowd. We know our shit. I think the only thing that could have made this more perfect would have been a Wrestling Matters chant. I think that would be appropriate. Eric, in a roundabout way, makes a point that his trainer will never come to the ring and back him up. Basically, it ends up, Garrett stays on the phone for 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes, I exaggerate, it was more like 30 seconds, but still. He talks on the phone, and it turns out his trainer's here tonight. And he wants to see Eric Bischoff in the ring later on. I couldn't care less, the crowd couldn't care less. The only thing that I enjoyed out of this is I like Garrett's theme music. I'm not sure why. I shouldn't like it, but I'm kind of digging it. So next we hear that Mark Haskins is going to face Austin Aries tonight. Who's Mark Haskins, you might be saying? Because you've only seen him twice on Impact TV, I would imagine. One on a pay-per-view. Yeah, the X Division pay-per-view. And the other, I can't even remember. I don't even know what it was, but apparently he's been on TV. He's the English guy that they hired. The X Division English guy. And we have to have a video package to remind us of who he is, because obviously he's not on TV. The match that I remember is him versus Doug Williams, where he botched nearly every single fucking move. So, am I looking forward to this? No. Him versus Austin Aries. Aries could make him look good, but it all depends on how much training he's received since the last time. I'm going to guess not a lot, knowing this is TNA, so we'll see how it goes. They're just doing it for a cheap pop from the crowd because they think there's going to give from the hometown boy, and I'm going to guess half the fans don't know who he is either. But still, I digress. We'll have a look. So they basically start the match right after this little promo. It's Haskins versus Aries, and yeah, it pretty much goes how you think it would. Aries gets the pop. Haskins does not. What a surprise, eh? They know who he is. They don't know who Haskins is. We as English people are not just fickle. We don't like people just because they're from our country. We would respect them, but we're not necessarily going to like them. And they've shown us nothing so far with Haskins, so tough titties. I could just see him all sat in the back thinking, how can we get heat for Austin Aries? Ooh, I know, let's have him beat an English guy who no one's ever heard of. That'll work. He's English. If he loses, they'll boo him. And the fans going, but we know who Aries is. We know he's a good wrestler. You're an idiot. Haskins did one match where he botched every move. Why would we cheer for that man? I mean, in his defence, he got a bit of an offence going, and people started cheering. Aries made him look good, but nah, he's still gonna lose. He's still nobody. We don't know who he is. He's not established anywhere, and we still don't care. All in all, though, this wasn't a bad match. I mean, the crowd did get behind Haskins at one point, like I say, and they were chanting for him, but not as much as they were chanting for Aries, but still. I like the kid's style. I like his way he moves, but the ending of the match just looked nasty. I have never seen anyone take... Well, no, that's a lie, actually. I have seen the infamous Brock Lesnar one, but that shooting star press, man, he went for it and landed face first into the mat. Aries just rolled out of the way. He landed face first into the mat. Then to top it off, Aries kicks him in the head, hits a brainbuster, and then wrenches his back in like a submission maneuver. Oh my god, that poor kid. Poor kid. Yeah, well, this match overall, I'm gonna give it a 6 again. It was entertaining for the most part, so yeah, we'll go with that.
Excuse me. I have to go. Somewhere there is a crime happening.